Okay, this is Weather Outlook. This is your new 5-day forecast for the summer months. We're going to go 5 days. I'm updating this on Monday the 23rd. This is good till Friday the 27th when I will post the next 5 days. This is for northeastern Pennsylvania and northern New Jersey. Okay, now this is your 8 o'clock temperatures. You can see most places are in the 80s. Towards New York, you're still hanging on to a 90. But basically, the Poconos, low 80s, and the valleys and all are in the 80s, upper 80s and stuff. So um, not too bad. Precipitation wise, there were a couple sprinkles hanging around, but there you go. At 8 o'clock, I don't show you anything on here. And I'm going to run this through the whole night. And this takes you to 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, and you can still see you have nothing going on out there. As we go towards the afternoon hours, um, there was a couple showers to the north of what we're viewing here. But this takes you to, let's see what the temperatures as a high are. But there's no precipitation on Tuesday. So what the temperatures are climbed into the 90s in the valleys, 90s in northern New Jersey. If you look really close over by New York, by Staten Island there, 100. That's really up there. That's been a while. I've been told that it would be a record-breaking temperature if they get it, and I think that they're really looking at the records as these heat indexes that they say. This is the real feel on your skin. It's gonna be 104 degrees and towards New York, northern New Jersey. There's 100. The Poconos, you're in the 90s. The Wyoming Valley, you might have upper 90s, I should say, near 100. Out towards Sunbury, it's 101. Allentown, 101. So you can see that's the real field temperatures. They're definitely, and those are the real temperatures. Now, as you go through the nighttime hours and we get into Wednesday early, you can see there's a few showers crossing the area to the north. That's going to be the first sign that things cool off a little bit. This is 7 a.m., a couple showers up towards Towanda and up towards Elmira. Pretty much they stay up there till afternoon. This is around noontime. There's still just a couple of sprinkles and showers. But then as we get to around 4 o'clock, you can see maybe this is down by Hazleton. Shows one up on the radar. And then a few more begin to come in as we get to around 8 o'clock in the evening on Wednesday, and they start to come across. And some of these could pack a little punch. Here's 9 o'clock, here's 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, and here's midnight. And you can still see they're very slow movers, and they're now over here towards Mount Poconos and heading to Stroudsburg. And then by 1, 2 o'clock, it's in northern New Jersey. There's 3. Still could be a pop-up storm in northeastern PA, but this gets you to around 5 in the morning, and you can see pretty much the heaviest stuff has now moved away. But you're still left with some drizzle, some clouds and stuff, and that's going to show up in your temperature. Now, this is what the temperatures would be like around 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. You can pretty see where the thunderstorm I told you by Hazleton was at. Elsewhere, it's in the 90s in the valleys, 80s in the mountains, 90s out in New Jersey, and towards New York in the upper 90s. The real field temperatures, again, this is the dangerous thing. What it feels like to you when you're outside, upper 90s in some areas to 100 in some areas, out towards Newark out that way, 100. And the valleys, 90s, upper 90s, maybe close to 100 real feel. And the Poconos you can still see are basically in the 80s. And then as we get to Thursday, the temperatures, big difference. Northeastern PA, mountains in the 60s. Um, North of Scranton, say upper 70s. But if you go down towards Sunbay and Williamsport, temperatures are still climbing into the 90s. North Jersey in the 80s. Part of that problem, or part of that reasoning is there's clouds and showers in northeastern PA, and that's keeping your temperatures down on Thursday. But everybody will start to get more thunderstorms as we get towards the evening hours. And as you can see, they're moving across. This is Thursday evening around 6, 7, and here's 8 o'clock on Thursday night, and you can see the thunderstorms are coming across, and also will knock those 90s down in western area towards Williamsport and Sunbury, knock them down into the 70s. If you look real close in the Poconos, yeah, I'm not lying. Mount Pocono can have a 59. Big difference. That's almost a 50 degrees, 45, 50 degree swing in temperatures on by Friday. All right, so we'll update this thing on Friday. Everybody try to take care in this heat. It'll cool off. We'll get there.